Welcome back, future financial rock stars. Have you ever paused to think if there are certain magical turning points in your long financial journey? Key moments where your life suddenly and dramatically shifts. These powerful shifts are not just represented by the balance in your bank account, but they deeply affect your mindset and your overall peace of mind. Today, we're going to deep dive into the 3 crucial net worth milestones that profoundly change everything about your life and your future options. This concept is often popularized as the 3 net worth milestones that change everything. These are very concrete, highly measurable targets that should be the primary focus of your financial planning right now. Many people make the mistake of only focusing on one distant, gigantic goal, reaching massive wealth at some point far in the future. However, building lasting wealth is a systematic, long-term journey composed of distinct and sequential levels. Each of these specific levels presents its own unique set of challenges and grants its own very specific rewards. Understanding these 3 distinct financial levels provides you with a sharp, clear focus and injects massive, sustainable motivation into your daily efforts. Our very first milestone is the most fundamental and crucial step, the one you must complete before anything else. Without this solid foundation, any large financial dreams will regrettably stand on very weak, shaky ground. We call this critical initial stage the security net milestone. This is the absolute first step that must be prioritized above all else. The actual dollar amount might seem small in the grand scheme of things, but the profound impact it has on your mental health and sense of calm is truly monumental and life-altering. The security net milestone is successfully achieved when your current net worth is stable and large enough to comfortably cover all of your essential core living expenses. This dedicated capital must be highly liquid and immediately accessible to cover a period of 6 to 12 months. The main focus here is not purely on making money grow, but purely on securing a very safe, risk-free emergency fund. This fund acts as your ultimate, impenetrable defensive fortress against all of life's inevitable, unexpected storms. To illustrate with a quick example, let's assume your essential monthly costs, including rent, food, and basic utilities, add up to $4,000. Your immediate security net target should therefore be around $24,000 for 6 months, or ideally $48,000 for a full year. This required cash must be instantly accessible and ready to use, ideally residing in a high-yield savings account or a very short-term, low-risk certificate of deposit. Never store this critical fund in volatile assets like the stock market. The stability and availability of this cash are paramount to your security. The psychological impact of finally achieving this first necessary milestone is incredibly transformative and deeply stabilizing. The constant, gnawing fear of being suddenly laid off or facing an unforeseen medical catastrophe will finally begin to significantly diminish. Your ongoing low-level daily financial anxiety is immediately replaced by a profound sense of self-assured confidence and stability. This milestone generously grants you what is often called the powerful ability to say no. You now possess the comfortable financial cushion to politely decline a toxic job offer, fire a demanding or abusive client, or simply walk away from any project that severely compromises your core personal values. It's a powerful mini-freedom that effectively buys you critical time and vital mental space to strategize your next move wisely. Once you have definitively reached and secured your solid security net target, your entire financial focus must radically and permanently shift. You are no longer saving your money merely for the sole purpose of surviving the next crisis. Now, every single extra dollar you save can be strategically and intentionally directed toward aggressively building income-generating assets that create true wealth. This is the key transition point from operating purely in a survival defensive mode to effectively launching into an aggressive growth offensive mode. So, milestone 1 is purely about building genuine financial resilience and personal protection. It is the crucial first layer of your financial fortress that must be constructed to protect your immediate future. If you currently have not yet reached this initial milestone, please recognize that this must become your single most important financial priority, immediately and without delay. Settle this absolutely necessary foundation first and solidify it before you even begin to gaze up at the higher mountain peaks of true wealth. Once your security net is robust and completely solidified, it is finally time to advance to the next major level, a far more exhilarating and genuinely life-altering stage. This higher level brings us to the actual long-term dream of all sound financial planning. We proudly move on to introduce the financial freedom milestone. The financial freedom milestone represents the critical financial threshold where you are no longer strictly obligated to actively work for money simply to cover your basic daily needs. You may certainly choose to continue working if you genuinely love your career, but that choice is now fully and completely yours to make, not a financial requirement. This is the very definition of true liberty, gaining complete control over your own valuable time. This powerful and exciting milestone is achieved when your reliable passive income, that is, money flowing into your accounts while you sleep or travel, can consistently cover all of your essential monthly living expenses comfortably. This incoming revenue must strictly originate from investment dividends, steady rental property income, or stable automated business revenue. Your money is officially now working incredibly hard for you. To accurately calculate this desired figure, most financial experts widely use the famous 4% rule of retirement withdrawal. You simply take your known total essential annual expenses and then you multiply that resulting annual expense number by 25. The final resulting figure is the precise target net worth you need in your investment portfolio. Let's assume for clarity that you comfortably need $50,000 per year for all of your essential living costs. Your full financial freedom target is therefore calculated as $50,000 multiplied by 25, which gives you the required total of $1,250,000. If your invested net worth successfully reaches and sustains this number, congratulations, you have achieved the big one. The underlying mathematical logic behind the famous 4% rule is that this specific withdrawal rate is historically proven to allow your massive investment principal to reliably last indefinitely. The remaining investment principal should continue to grow at least at the average rate of inflation, effectively ensuring your money will never completely run out in the future. The most dramatic and life-altering impact of hitting the financial freedom milestone is the radical transformation in your fundamental relationship with your time. Your time is no longer a temporary commodity that you are forced to sell to an employer simply to earn a meager living. It becomes a valuable resource you now fully own, control, and dedicate to the people and things you value most. Your crippling level of day-to-day financial stress will almost entirely evaporate from your life forever. You no longer need to fret about being late on major bills or worrying about the immediate impact of a large unexpected expense. You have your secure, protective safety net, milestone 1, and a fully functioning passive income machine, milestone 2, diligently working for you non-stop. At this impressive level, your financial focus dramatically and importantly shifts from purely accumulating massive sums of money to now strategically managing, preserving, and growing your existing established wealth. The new primary challenge is wisely conserving your wealth against the eroding pressures of inflation and short-term market volatility. Reaching the financial freedom milestone also signifies a huge and necessary personal identity change. You successfully transition from being a worker, an individual who sells their limited time, to becoming a true capital owner, a person whose large pool of money now diligently works for them. This is a monumental shift in both your internal mindset and external social status. To most effectively and quickly reach milestone 2, you must maximize your continuous investment into high-quality assets that reliably produce stable, recurring cash flow. This includes revenue from strong dividend-paying stocks, income-producing rental real estate, or an automated, scalable business. Your large investment capital must begin to work incredibly hard for you. The road toward achieving financial freedom absolutely requires extreme, unwavering discipline and focus, especially during the initial years of your career. This means making strategic short-term sacrifices now in exchange for vastly increased long-term choices later in life. Every single dollar you diligently invest today is a faithful soldier you sent out to fight the ongoing battle against the necessity to work. The single biggest and most common challenge when pursuing Milestone 2 is successfully resisting the subtle temptation of lifestyle creep. As your earned income steadily rises over the years, your desired level of consumer spending often rises right along with it, unfortunately pushing your ultimate freedom target further and further away. You must intentionally maintain a realistically low cost of living. Once Milestone 2 is fully achieved, you gain the powerful and liberating option to choose to work only in creative fields or causes that you genuinely love, even if the salary you receive is very small or merely symbolic. You are now free to wholeheartedly pursue your deepest passions without any crushing financial pressure. Money is no longer required to be the main driver or primary motivator in your life. The financial freedom milestone is correctly viewed as the final destination for the vast majority of people. But for a select few, there exists one final, supreme level, a stage far grander, more impactful, and more focused on legacy. This is a stage where wealth is much less about personal freedom and much more about pure abundance and large-scale generational influence. We call this final peak the financial independence/abundance milestone. The financial independence/abundance milestone is successfully reached when your passive income stream not only fully covers all of your basic essential needs comfortably, it now easily covers all of the desired wants and needs of your ultimate grandest dream lifestyle, including the most expensive luxuries you can imagine. This is truly the game over level of financial planning. At this very high level, the annual expenses you meticulously calculate include taking lavish, extensive international vacations every single year, buying a luxurious new vehicle whenever you desire without a second thought, or fully funding your children's attendance at the world's most elite universities abroad. This is a life of utter comfort where you are rarely, if ever, concerned about the price of anything you wish to purchase. The core mathematical calculation remains precisely the same, still utilizing the reliable 4% rule of withdrawal for sustainability. However, the annual living expenses figure you use is now significantly and substantially higher than your prior Milestone 2 target. This ultimate abundance figure might realistically be 2 or 3 times the amount needed for your basic freedom. If, for a final example, your ultimate dream lifestyle requires $200,000 per year, your full abundance target is $200,000 multiplied by 25, which equals the total of $5 million. This large sum ensures you can live a life of complete abundance purely from your investment returns without ever needing to touch your original investment principal. The most profound and unique impact of the abundance milestone is a huge shift in your core focus, moving from mere personal gain to focusing on legacy building and significant impact on others. You now possess the serious, massive financial capacity to create a huge, tangible difference in the world. You can easily fully fund a major philanthropic foundation, generously support your extended family and friends, or instantly kickstart a large social movement you deeply care about. At this final supreme level, your entire purpose in life becomes fully and completely detached from the need for money or financial stress. You are genuinely free to focus completely on self-actualization, unbridled creativity, and meaningful contribution without a single financial obstacle blocking your path. This is true personal freedom in its absolute purest and most beautiful form. The fundamental difference between freedom, Milestone 2, and abundance, Milestone 3, is the crucial difference between living a life that is simply comfortable and living one that is truly limitless and abundant.
Milestone 2 gives you necessary breathing room and great choices. Milestone 3 grants you access to luxury, massive impact, and absolute freedom from financial constraints. While Milestone 3 sounds like a total utopian paradise, its primary psychological challenge is maintaining purpose, gratitude, and clear perspective. With this level of complete abundance, you are forced to consciously find meaning and define a life purpose that can never, ever be bought with money. This, surprisingly, becomes the ultimate and defining test of your character.
Quite often, individuals who successfully achieve Milestone 3 often realize that they no longer even strongly desire all the expensive luxuries they once relentlessly pursued. The focus tends to naturally revert back to meaningful relationships, spending quality time with family, and unique life experiences. So here is your vital summary of the 3 life-changing levels. Milestone 1 is the security net for achieving mental peace. Milestone 2 is financial freedom for achieving time control. Milestone 3 is financial abundance for achieving legacy and impact. Remember, every single step you take is a huge, important victory. Your personal financial path must always be systematic, linear, and logical. You start with 1, you move diligently to 2, and you ultimately strive for 3. Never, under any circumstances, attempt to skip a crucial stage, as this creates huge instability. Financial strength is built one crucial level at a time. If you are currently just beginning your long journey, your focus must be 100% on accumulating your security net as quickly as humanly possible. Aggressively cut unnecessary expenses, search for temporary extra income streams, and ensure that money is always liquid. This fund is your future protection. Once Milestone 1 is completely secured and the cash is sitting safely, you must immediately pivot your entire focus to high cash-flowing assets. Dramatically increase your savings and investment rates to the absolute maximum you can manage. Every increase in this rate has a major multiplied impact on reaching Milestone 2 rapidly. Remember the vital investment principle that must always guide you. The wealthy are those who buy productive assets, the financially struggling are those who buy liabilities. To successfully reach milestones 2 and 3, you must primarily position yourself in the quadrant where your capital works intensely and efficiently for you non-stop. One crucial, invisible foe you must always be conscious of is the relentless power of inflation. The real purchasing power of your money is consistently eroded every single year. Therefore, your carefully chosen investments must aggressively and consistently outperform the current rate of inflation. Never let your hard-earned money slowly lose its core value. How can you most effectively and quickly accelerate the achievement of these milestones? There are 2 primary levers you have total control over right now. The first is to dramatically and consistently increase your active earned income. The more money you can rapidly invest, the faster you will successfully hit your required net worth targets. The second powerful lever is to successfully control or completely eliminate lifestyle creep and purposefully reduce your overall cost of living. The lower your consistent annual expenses are, the significantly smaller the target numbers for milestones 2 and 3 that you actually need to achieve. A sharp decrease in spending has a huge, powerful long-term impact on your timeline. Please always remember that achieving these financial milestones is a marathon that requires patience, not a quick, dramatic sprint to the finish line. Unwavering consistency and smart patience in your investing habits are far more valuable than constantly chasing highly speculative or risky schemes. The quiet power of compound interest will eventually work wonders for you over the long run. As your wealth approaches milestone 3, advanced strategic tax planning becomes absolutely vital for you to master. Your net worth will be in the multi-millions, and legally minimizing your taxes ensures that more of your capital remains actively deployed in your powerful passive income machine. Once you are comfortably cruising near milestone 3, begin to seriously think about the lasting legacy you truly wish to create. What major societal issues or causes do you want to fund and support?
Serious financial wealth provides you with an incredible platform to leave a massive, positive, and enduring impact on the world around you. But remember this above all else: these specific dollar figures are only simple financial metrics. The true, genuine value of these milestones is never about the raw balance in your bank account. It is entirely about the deep mental relief, the profound reduction in daily stress, and the massive increase in powerful control you gain over your life's entire direction. It is undoubtedly true that money alone cannot directly purchase true happiness for you. However, successfully achieving these 3 milestones certainly buys you the essential time and total freedom necessary to passionately pursue the specific things that genuinely do bring you happiness. It is undeniably the most powerful tool for living a truly fulfilled life. Real success after milestone 3 is not solely about purchasing more unnecessary material possessions.
It is genuinely about fully redefining your life's purpose, only choosing to work because you desire to, and freely contributing to the world without any binding financial pressure or constraint. Throughout this entire long and rewarding financial journey, please never forget to be extremely grateful for the immense progress you have successfully achieved so far. Every small intermediate milestone you hit genuinely deserves to be celebrated. Never let the intense pursuit of the next goal tragically rob you of your happiness and satisfaction today. So, what is your very first concrete, executable action item after watching this video? Calculate your own personal security net number right now. Calculate your ideal financial freedom number. Begin your journey of consistent investing today, not tomorrow. Consistent action is always the singular key to success. Never, ever make the mistake of comparing your unique financial journey to what you constantly see others flaunting on various social media platforms. Every single person's path to true wealth is deeply unique and entirely different. Focus only on your own personal metrics and targets. Your secured milestone 1 is infinitely more valuable than someone else's unverified milestone 3 if you haven't secured your own foundation yet. These 3 financial milestones are ultimately not just about becoming ridiculously rich someday. They are truly about becoming completely and permanently financially autonomous. They are about having total, complete control over your own life's narrative, from the very beginning stages to the comfortable, well-planned end. Use these specific numbers as your personal financial compass to guide your every major decision. If you felt that this in-depth video provided you with significant value or new perspective, please go ahead and smash that like button right now. It genuinely helps this channel's content reach more people who urgently need to hear this critical financial wisdom and guidance. And if you have not yet enthusiastically hit the subscribe button to join our community, now is absolutely the perfect time to do so. Click the red button down below and remember to activate that notification bell so you will never miss any of our future deep dive financial videos. Thank you so much for watching all the way through to the very end. I deeply appreciate your valuable time and sincerely hope you have gained immense benefits from this complete discussion of the 3 life-changing milestones. Remember, slow and steady always wins the financial race. Keep fighting for your future, keep investing wisely, and maintain your high level of consistency. True, lasting financial freedom is patiently waiting for you at the finish line. See you all in the very next video, and please continue to be the best possible financial version of yourself. Bye for now.